Edmund Clark, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I recall that I started life knowing the Clark's family. I was a servant to his brother, Ambassador Akpoti-Uduaghan Clark, in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. A brain, a wonderful brain. And here we have Pa Edwin Clark. Of course, his brain was younger than his age. His brain was younger than his age. He touched every aspect of this country, not to talk of his state and the Ijaw nation. Pa Edwin Clark was a true Nigerian. He fought for democracy. And I think he's not dead. We shouldn't see him as dead. I think he foresaw what is happening and what will happen in this country. So he decided to run to God to save Nigeria. Just as Jesus told Martha, as we were told here, Pa Edwin Clark will rise again. We will see Pa Edwin Clark in 2027 for this country. May the soul rest in peace. And I pray that God, Almighty God, forgive the immediate family, and of course Nigerians, the fortitude to bear this disciplines. R.I.P. my father. Thank you.
Very especially thank the Clark family and of course the clergy for this honor this evening. My knowledge of Pa Clark only came when I got married and my wife introduced me to her schoolmate in the University of Berlin, the person of Begakbo Clark. At the time, Pa Clark was living in Apapa, and we used, as a young man, we used to visit the house. So as a soldier, it was a bit difficult for me to have very close one-on-one interaction with him in the light of the demands of my duties and my responsibilities as a officer. But in my reflections of nationalities in the context of defense and security of our nation, I realized that Nigeria does not have too many nationalists. I believe that nationalists remain at the core of the resolution of the problems that we have as people, especially when you contextualize the security challenges that we have as a nation. And so in my reflections, I realized that Pa Clark stands out as one of the very few nationalists in our country. Much has been said about him, and I do not need to repeat what was said. I'd like to note that as the Chief of Defense Staff, at the time that I said, I retired close to 2 years now, I was guided by many of the pronouncements that came from Park. Not only did he speak to the issues in the Nigeria where I also come from, but truly he was a nationalist. Every of his remarks gave credence to the fact that such individuals are those that we need to be able to perhaps realign the course of action in our political leadership. And I think that today, even as we reflect on his life and times, it is necessary for us to begin to think of how there could be a concert of some sort, wherein some issues that border on those people, driving from the values that our Clark indeed lived for.